So I'm sure many of you have been asking, Sparks, where the actual fuck have you been? The answer is quite simple. For the past month, I've been activated to fight what are known as the worst fires California has ever seen. Myself, along with 300 other soldiers from my Army National Guard unit, I volunteered to assist CAL FIRE with the Eaton, Palisades, and border fires. Now you might be wondering why I would volunteer to fight fires when I could be entertaining you. Great question. To put in the simplest of words, I like money. Just kidding. The real reason is that these fires affected me personally. Seeing my elementary and middle school burnt down, along with countless homes of family and friends reduced to rubble, deeply motivated me to help combat these fires. Over the past month, I participated in a variety of tasks, from hiking through the streets and mountains of Altadena to clearing fallen trees, filling sandbags, and cutting hand lines in the mountains to prevent the spread of the fire. This experience, to say the least, was surreal. It was hard to believe I was actually walking through the neighborhoods I grew up in, only to see them decimated. It looked like a war zone. What affected me the most wasn't just the destruction of personal places like my schools or childhood memories, but rather the sight of all the destroyed cars. As a huge car enthusiast, I was heartbroken to see classic cars, especially the late 60s hot rods, absolutely ruined. I encountered countless Mustangs, Porsches, Mercedes, and Corvettes that had just been reduced to nothing. During the first week, our team underwent processing, which involved physical health assessments and a mountain of paperwork. After that, we traveled to Central California for training with CAL FIRE. Following a week of training and getting acquainted with our duties, we set up base camp at the Rose Bowl in Southern California. When we arrived, it felt like a small city, complete with communications trailers, living quarters, and even a chow hall where we were fed by inmates. The first few days of the actual mission seemed to blend together, as we walked miles through Pasadena and Altadena, clearing dead trees and fallen branches, piling debris on the side of the road, or using a wood chipper to assist with the cleanup of the damage caused by the Eaton fire. During those few days, we encountered many residents who refused to leave their homes, and it was fulfilling to help them clean their properties. This experience not only blessed them, but was also a rewarding personal experience for me, especially since some of my battle buddies assisted at my grandparents' property. After several days of what felt like overpaid glorified gardeners, we received word from our meteorologist that rain was on the way, both a blessing and a curse. Yes, rain would help quench the high temperature areas that could potentially rekindle a fire, but it also posed the risk of flooding or additional damage given the loose ash and debris. In preparation for the impending rain, we went into the Pasadena mountains to fill sandbags to assist residents wanting to protect their homes from any incoming debris. Afterward, we had left our base camp at the Rose Bowl and set up a new camp at the Santa Anita racetrack to reestablish our game plan based on community needs. After some briefings and brainstorming, we were called down to San Diego to address the border fire. Setting up another base camp at Snapdragon Stadium, our team spent a few days hiking mountains and cutting hand lines to ensure the fire wouldn't spread. The labor was hard and backbreaking, but knowing that I was helping the community where I grew up made every exhausting step worthwhile. Now that I'm officially back from the fires, I have several avenues I'm focusing on. First is preparing to move to a different state with a friend, which represents an exciting new chapter in my life. The second is finding work so that I won't be homeless. And lastly, I'm committing to keeping you entertained and bringing you new content to enjoy. I want you to keep in mind that since I'm moving, uploads might be a bit slower. And I know what you're thinking. Sparks, you already take a month per video. And to that, I say you bet your ass. And it's going to get slower from here. However, I'm grateful to have all of you alongside me, as your support keeps me deeply motivated. With that said, I'm happy to share that I have a few videos in the works that are ready to be released, and I hope you're excited for that. I also want to extend a special thank you to everyone who has been so supportive, especially with my last video. The increase in subscribers, all the shares and likes, and most importantly, the unbelievably encouraging comments have motivated me to create more entertaining content for you. I genuinely mean it when I say I'm thankful for every single one of you, and you are the reason I'm inspired to keep making content. Thank you.